It's Sunday morning. I had a 4-hour walk yesterday, so feeling like I need a bit of a rest. Amber's thinking to himself, well, I got pretty dirty, and then I swam in the River Trent and got myself all nice and clean. But one thing is, I haven't been up into the treehouse lately. So I thought, why don't we go and have a look? Because I think there's been some activity going on there without me knowing. Again. And it's the same toys as before, the ones that feel rather neglected. A bit like the Velveteen Rabbit. And they've positioned themselves on the steps leading up to the treehouse. Now we start at the bottom with the zookeepers. And they've allowed their animals to have a little bit of a roam around and go on to various stages of the treehouse steps. Quite how they've managed it, I don't know. Now, why the diver had to show us his antics here, I don't know. And meanwhile, looking on is the refuse collector, who's having a bit of a break from tidying up, I guess, from all the bins. On the first step, we've got a tigress and 2 of her cubs. On the next step, a giraffe and a little tiny baby giraffe that can already walk straight away as soon as it was born. And on this step, we have a fit and active pair who are thinking about going on a walk and thinking about lots of people that they can't see at the moment but love very much. And then we go up the next step and we find we've got an airline pilot who's not having to do an awful lot at the moment. And next to him, someone who's a firefighter who again doesn't seem very busy. And right beyond them are the farmyard animals. A cow, a horse, a pig, a sheep and a spotty dog. And we go up to the next step and we find another random zookeeper has found his way up the steps. Maybe they've decided to share the jobs out, so one's keeping charge of them further up. Oh, I know what he's been doing. He's been feeding the seals. They're all very hungry and they still need their fish. Okay, up the next step, 2 little polar bear cubs. Looking a little bit worried. Oh, I think it's because they're so high up. To be very careful. Oh no, what have we got here? 2 police officers. Looks like they're in the uniform from America, United States, and it looks like they've got a prisoner there. I've never seen that before. And then we go up another step. Oh, and what do we have here? I'm not quite sure who these people are. They look like they've got helmets on. Maybe they're another kind of firefighter. I really don't know. And over here are 2 happy monkeys who've been jumping around the trees and playing. And above them, 2 not so happy hippos, because there's no water in this garden to play in. Nothing at all. Oh yes, maybe we could find some down there where the big steel tub is. We could go down there. And then these 3 young people are wandering around, deciding whether or not to jump down to the next step, whether it's safe enough. Maybe they will. Oh, maybe they're running away from the Joker. And look, Batman's just behind Joker in the shadows. And then on the last step are the polar bears. It's really a little bit too hot for them at the moment. And then we make our way right up onto the tree platform. And we have a look around and think, Is there anybody else here? Could we climb this tree today? Oh, look, right at the top of that tree. Looks like there's a pigeon's or a squirrel's nest. It's huge. I think it's a bit too far for me to go along that narrow branch to check it out. Anyway, I'm going to just look round here and look over the wall and look into the park. Oh, lots more green leaves there now. Yes, can hardly see the bluebells. Can see over the wall. Can see down into the raised beds. Now, what have we got on this chair? A balancing act. I think that's a mama and a papa and a baby lying there. Is the baby asleep? And then here we've got 4 children playing, balancing on the chair arm. I don't think that's the safest place to be. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Because we know that when we come up into the tree house, that we've got to be ever so careful when we go up and when we go down. Because look, it's a long way down. Can you see all those animals there? It's a long way down. Can you see some dog's legs at the bottom? Yes, that's because very sensibly Ambu does not try to go up and down the treehouse. But you can guess who does. Blake and Hugo. They do, but they don't find it scary at all. They just jump up, spring onto the platform and come down again. They're not worried at all. But at the moment, Hugo's fast asleep in his little pod. Don't know where Blake is. But it's a lovely, lovely sunny day. And look at that big doggy there, having a nice sleep. He's such a good doggy. I wonder what the other 2 are up to. Oh, I can see them down the garden. Shall we call them? Lynn! Oh, here they come. They're coming to say hello. Yes. Hello, doggies. Yes, and thank you for not spoiling the Duplo.